Hello guys, and welcome back to the Sino-Soviet Union playthrough. In the last episode, we finished up the war with Somaliland. We learned a few interesting things, at least we think we did, about the diplomacy of the game and how other countries will react, and we worked on annexing some colonies, developing and picking new war targets, and our own countries. Hope you guys enjoy the continuation.
I'm actually looking at the US and a lot of their units are fairly outdated.
They have a lot of units. They have to go through a process of modernizing. Look at their production facilities. That is as fast as they can modernize. And for armies as big as mine and the US, you need a lot more fabs than we have in order to modernize at a very notable rate. Like the 40 fabs I had was pretty good. That's a much better pace for modernization. This like 28 to 30 range, I just got another land fab from annexing that colony. I have 29 now. But this range that I'm at right now, that the US is at, that is not the best amount for modernizing. It's good because compared to every other country, and they don't have anywhere near as much, so you're modernizing very well. But you're still going to have a lot of outdated stuff in service.
Yeah, I went with the weird setup with my land, air, navy, and no missiles.
Yeah, I still don't know why you never made a missile fab, like just one. When all-out war starts, the penalties for using nukes don't really matter anymore. But not even just nukes, there's missiles too.
I mean, I guess I can build one either on New Guinea or Fiji.
And for example, no, not a missile silo, a missile production facility. Like you have patrol planes, those Harbins have missile capacity, but you're not pumping out any missiles. Your submarines, a lot of your things are getting missile capacity, but you haven't started making any missiles at all. The missile silo is where you shoot nukes. Missile production facilities where you make missiles conventionally and also nuclear. For reference, I can pump out a BRDM-3 that's a recon every 29 days, let's say about a month. I have 29 fabs right now, so I can pump out approximately 29 BRDM-3s every month. Times that by 10, you got 290. By 12, you have like a little over 300 or so, maybe 320, 330 around there.
Let's just go with 300 a year for room of error, the margin of error.
So somewhere around 330, 340. That's in 1 year with all my fabs dedicated towards pumping out BRDM-3s, I can make that many. Take into account that my giant-ass military has probably upwards of 1,000 recons in it. It would take years of dedicated production to actually modernize the entire thing to BRDM-3s. Combine it with the fact that now I have to also modernize my infantry, 33 days per infantry. My tanks take 53 a day. Anti-tank take 30 to 40 days as well. Artillery, 24 days. Air defense, 74 days. Like, you can see why when you have a massive military, it's a lot harder to keep it all modern. You have to have older stuff, otherwise you're not going to keep up the size of military that you need.
When I scrap stuff, I usually try getting the oldest stuff first and then going from there.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. But modernizing is a slow process. It was a lot better when I had like 40 land fabs, but even then, it would take years to do mass modernizations. Me, the US, etc., you'll notice more and more outdated units among our ranks the larger we grow, with the less military fabs that we have. You currently have the most land fabs out of everybody.
I can tell you what though, I'm gonna need all these land fabs.
Have you been paying attention? Can you see if your land units are still growing in number, or are they just modernizing at this point?
I can't remember what my last metric was. It's 3,802 for land units.
It sounds like that number's still been going up. Every bit of land you take, essentially, every new facility and village you acquire, your AI is going to want another unit or two to guard it. For me, that magic number is somewhere in between 6,000 and 7,000 right now. Around 6,500. And at every annexation I do, that number grows. So a lot of these modern units that I'm pumping out are just going into having enough units, not even scrapping the old ones right now.
I wish I could just send you some more population so you could handle that better.
I have all this land. I have an army to rival the US. Probably to beat the US. But also to guard all this massive amount of land. But this land is not densely packed with people. So actually financing this military has been a task I've been struggling with since the start of the game. Oh god, the US took out more debt. They're finally past $1 trillion. I wish we could trade treaty integrities. The funny thing is, treaty integrity is mattering less and less. Treaty integrity doesn't matter nearly as much as it did. Because the time of diplomacy is over. The spheres, whatever has happened with the spheres in this playthrough, everyone is just blue anyway. We can't negotiate with anyone or get them over to our side. We have our allies and the people that coup d'etat. We just literally have to keep above, 40, 50%, so that we could get people that do coup d'etat into an alliance. But really the main thing to control now isn't even treaty integrity. It's just how much we piss off other people, and the world market opinion, which can be summed up as pissing off other people. In fact, I think I'll finally pick my next war target and start racking up some casus belli, because it's going to take forever because I have 0 with them. And that war target is going to be Finland. It's someone that I'm going to have to break treaties with in order to go to war with them, because I have everything up to and including mutual defense. But because I've had that mutual defense, no one else has really wanted to make deals with them. They have no protection by anyone, no treaties. If I take them, I'll have a border with Sweden. I can see they have mutual defense with some people, but it's just more and more Swedish troops, less anybody else as time goes on. They have over 22 million people. Annexing Sweden would be great if I could get away with it. And I'd rather, instead of just going through Finland with my treaties, get my own borders with Sweden instead, and then annex them, and then I'll have this nice red territory just staring at Norway and Denmark.
I'm doing something I should set up sooner, which is going to delay me from declaring war.
What, setting up the actual invasion force?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised you weren't setting it up at all. That being said, you know how many troops you probably have just chilling around Fiji right next to the place? Probably a lot. Japan's still floating all the debt they're taking out. They're at 300 billion right now. And they still have an amazing credit rating. Oh, coup d'etat. No, that's not a coup d'etat. That's demonstrations against the communist government in Afghanistan. But Afghanistan doesn't have a communist government. It's a dictatorship. The fuck are you talking about? I guess they're supposed to have a communist government historically. Alright, whatever.
Well, I'm supporting the government.
Well, I'm just gonna support the government, I guess. They don't have a communist government. Oy vey.
Let's see how that goes.
I support this war declaration.
Look at all my stuff going.
And look at the slowdown. This slowdown is most noticeable during war, but it literally happens all the time. Oh, there go their planes running away because they have nowhere to land. Got a town. Just rapid deployment, capture everything. This isn't even a war, this is a curb stomp. You landed Artie on some of the islands. Artie can't capture land, Dema. Oh, they moved their capital to a little village to the east, actually. They own these little islands to the east.
Oh, shoot.
Send an amphibious unit that is not Artie.
I didn't even realize it was Artie.
Yep, that's Artie. Artie cannot...
Because that looks like a tank.
Well, because that's how mobile Artie looks. A lot of these islands are close enough together that you can actually probably end up linking a lot of this with rails. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
I don't know, because it might be just a tile too far.
I'm literally checking a lot of it, and a lot of it can be linked. Oh god, look at all the military coming out of Fiji.
Yeah, I know.
And there's the landing craft, and you own that capital. Do they surrender, or are they gonna go for that last little town too?
Oh, I have stuff going over there.
I see. They didn't even have any garrisons or anything. They just had some planes. That's it. They don't even have the money for garrisons. They don't have the money for anything. They just fell apart. There you go. And now their last village, final capital, and you're dead. Yay! Wow, great war! You're in the red. Who's your next war target? And you took it. Yay! Annexations! Woo.
I chose my next target.
Who dat?
Central America.
Oh, really?
A little tiny place.
Which one is it? Because I think I'll actually have to probably cancel some treaties.
It's not El Salvador, so you don't have to worry.
I have treaties with one more there, too. And it's one that you're probably going to go through.
Is it Costa Rica?
No, I have treaties with Nicaragua.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go after them next.
Are they your next target, currently?
Well, it's gonna be Costa Rica, then Nicaragua, and then Honduras. After that, Guatemala, and then Mexico.
Mexico.
Unless you feel I should just, oh wait, Nicaragua. They're in the way anyway.
Well, I mean,
Technically, you could just go right for Guatemala.
Actually, yeah, let me switch to that. I'll just leave the southern ones the way they are. That way you don't have to worry about your treaty integrity.
Sweden is a country in this game that's been benefiting a lot from the population growth, similar to the US and the UK. Like, they're just so far ahead of Finland and Norway, it doesn't make sense.
Technically, West Germany is another one. West Germany is slowly creeping its way up to 100 mil.
In other news, I'm getting 3 billion in trades now.
What the hell are you trading?
I went to 4.2 billion.
What the hell are you trading?
Military goods, 3.2 billion.
Oh, you're exporting military goods. That explains some of that.
It's profitable right now.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I've been refusing to export, because I know a lot of it's just going to be going to people we don't want it to go to.
I mean, I don't want to, but at the same time, it helps my current economy. And I could turn on some more research from doing it.
Why is the price of military goods still going up? What the hell?
Whereas it's going up because a lot of countries are wanting it. Oh, you imported, and Chinese India imported.
My imports are from my colonies.
Well, my colony imported from me.
From what I've seen, Chinese India literally buys military goods and then sends them to you. I've seen that happen a couple times. Like, one day they'll buy military goods, the next day they send you all the rest that they didn't use. They're in some weird loop.
Oh, they researched the unit design.
Who?
Chinese India.
Large civ cargo transport. I wouldn't get too excited about that. Oh, I was wondering if they'd have them. They do indeed have them. Tank Tech 81, Year 82, M1 Abrams. They have the Abrams. The fucking Abrams, man, that's scary. Are you ready to fight Abrams? God, what are they gonna have by the time you actually fight them? Probably like
I'm not
modern-day
ready
Abrams.
yet. But hey, I could buy some tech from you now.
And someone is independent. Someone else in the Caribbean. I condemn your independence.
Here you go, Raz. I got an offer for you. More to stock in your stockpile and some money.
I do love seeing that the US has a mounted infantry right next to a fucking M1 Abrams. Such a weird mix.
Chinese Malaya, you're getting a lot of stuff to build me some more plantations.
Chinese Malaya's in the fucking red, holy shit.
It's probably because I just gave them a large order. But after I told them to build what I wanted them to do, I just sent them a ton of money. There you go, look at their finances now.
I feel like they can burn through that pretty quick with how many you just told them to make, though.
Yeah, when they go down, I'll send them another payment.
Yeah, they've gone through almost 100 mil already.
I'm watching.
I don't know what these things cost you, but for me, these things are basically 200 mil each. You have them building at least a dozen here.
They cost me 128 mil. So
How much
yeah,
do they cost Chinese Malaya, though?
I don't know, but I'm gonna send
Their
them
GDP
another
per capita is
shipment.
higher than yours, so it's going to be somewhere in between our prices.
Soviet Ukraine's doing something similar to what your India is doing. They're importing military goods and then sending them to me. That's such a waste of money, guys. Finland has half-tracks, German half-tracks from World War II. North Europe tanks from 1939. I'm sorry, those half-tracks aren't even from World War II. Those half-tracks are from 1934. Mounted infantry, motorized engineers, regular infantry, World War II planes. What are these, though? 44 strategic bombers from Italy. Interesting. That's like the most advanced thing they have. Verdeha from West Europe, 39 tank. Oh, they're not even going to put up a fight, are they? Like, North Europe anti-tank from 45. Alright, that's some of the best stuff I've seen yet. What about Sweden? Is Sweden going to put up more of a fight when I go for them? Elite Guard, bunch of 2-star shit. North Europe, 56. Okay, yeah. That's a better tank. That's going to be more of a fight. Ooh, this is modern. Anti-tank United Kingdom design from 72. So, did United Kingdom just decide to sell them some stuff or sell them a design? They don't have the design. So, the United Kingdom just decided to sell them an anti-tank. Maybe a couple. No wonder there's such a weird mix of units on the other side. They're just selling each other stuff.
Oh dear lord.
What?
They burned through like most of what I gave them already.
Ooh, Chinese Malaya?
Yeah.
Again, how many did you tell them to make? Like, it was 12 at least that I saw. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Demma, you sent them, like, not nearly enough for all this. It was over 100 mil for your price. Their GDP per capita is in between ours. It's about 200 mil for my price. For them, it could probably be around 140 million each. You needed to send them billions to build all of this. It's not like these are as cheap to places like agriculture or timber mills, which are
I
damn
sent them
cheap.
about 2.2 billion so far.
With the amount I just counted, what did I just count, like 26 or some shit? They're gonna need more than that.
Wait, what am I using uranium for?
Ships, maybe?
I don't see any that need uranium. Oh, here it is. The submarine. The SSN Han.
Do you not look at the designs before you research them?
Oh, coup d'etat El Salvador. They're non-aligned. I'm gonna support it. I could get mutual defense if I wanted, but I'm not going to, just so you can take them over instead. Now you can take Honduras and El Salvador if you want. Easy buffer. Oh. Growing unrest has led to an armed insurgency in El Salvador against the government. Okay?
I mean, I could see about getting an alliance with them.
They're not red. We can't. We could try to get them red by moving their civilians, but like I said, at this point, look at how it went with Greece. It just didn't work. With the weirdness that's happened with the spheres, that even our allies are going blue, whatever the fuck kind of weird player preference bullshit's happening, I don't even know what it is. So I'm just calling it player preference. It's just, unless they switch into at least red leaning, we're not, from what I've seen, going to be able to get them to red aligned, unless without a very rare circumstance.
I was saying their government likes me.
Their government likes me too, but look, they revolted and became non-aligned. I don't think we're going to get them to red. That stage of diplomacy's gone.
I get everything short of a formal alliance.
I can do the same, but is that something you want to do? They're not going to be allied, so they're not going to count towards the victory condition. And they're probably just going to phase right back into being blue.
I was just trying to make less work, but if they're not going to be a formal ally, then it's not worth it.
I don't think they're going to be a formal ally. Ever since this everyone going blue thing started, even including our allies, anyone that revolts that becomes not aligned, I have not gotten a single one of them to become even red leaning. Even getting like the civilian population and government maxed out. So unless they flip to red, I wouldn't bother. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but when you do have Mexico, it may be worth fortifying some key points. Because you're going up against the US, so you know, maybe some like anti-air. Maybe some gun emplacement.
Maybe some trenches going.
You won't need trenches. I mean, there's stuff a lot better than trenches now.
I meant like that one structure that we have now.
The military,
the fortress.
Yeah. And then you can build fortifications on top of it, as well as a bunch of other stuff. You can line the entire border with fortifications, but not fortifications, emplacements. Because emplacements are kind of like trenches, just they're better than trenches. And they're not actually a lot of maintenance. But if you build like a network of emplacements across the border, and you turn on garrisons in the area, they'd have a hard time pushing into Mexico.
Well, I have everything moving over.
You would quite literally build a wall doing that. Yeah.
You like my long snake going across?
I feel like in real life, if the US saw this many Chinese ships just going across the Pacific, they would have something to say about it, you know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not just like sending a whole bunch of ships for nothing.
My AI is building like a bajillion strategic bombers right now. Oh wow, those go far. 14,600. Let me just range that. Let's say I started up here. Oh, okay, so I could fly to across the United States into Europe, starting from the east end of Russia with these planes. So basically, I can cover the Earth with strategic bombers, and you can't run. If I want to nuke you, you're getting nuked. That's what I've just
Wait,
learned.
so that means if I take a portion of the U.S., you get refueled, and you'll be able to get in all over.
I'm talking about strategic bombers specifically, by the way. Like this blackjack strategic bomber I'm making. Not all my planes can go that far. A lot of them can't go
your bombers might not even need me to take a portion of it.
They don't. They don't. I made an air base. I made a couple air bases, I think. Did I make one over here? Yes, I made a couple air bases in my east. And I could fly... Okay, not to New York and back. Actually, maybe to New York and back. Almost to New York and back. Let's say that. From one of these.
Yeah, there's no way the U.S. would have ignored this.
Not seen the giant armada of Chinese ships coming off the coast of California. The entire Pacific Fleet would be on this shit in seconds.
So how does it feel owning Japan?
It's real nice because they give me a lot of tech. Look at that, they have 3 techs. 20.5 billion worth of techs just waiting for me. I would have had to spend 20.5 billion researching the 3 things I just got. They've given me so many, like hundreds of billions worth of tech. I'm speeding through all the non-tradable, not warfare stuff at this point without even trying. All the tradable, not non-tradable, all the tradable. I don't even have enough fucking research to keep up with the military tech, the designs, and the non-tradable stuff. When I take Finland, I'm going to get a research center. I'll just make sure to keep that. There's Bulgarians in China. It's entirely heavy supply trucks. Great. The Savitsky is like the mother to all the merchant marines. It's like a duck leading her little kids. I have a missile that I'm researching that is literally called Stone Penetration.
And I'm shielding my units. Look at my capital ships.
Guatemala is not really going to have a navy to combat you.
Yeah, but if the U.S. decides, hey, we're
They can
gonna
only
declare
attack
war.
in the territorial waters of Guatemala. The moment you step in there with all these cap ships, you can claim the whole fucking coast. They're not going to be able to fight you at all.
And unpause.
War! I support this war. Death to Guatemala. Look, they have a plane. And it's a third dead already. Alright, troops on the beach.
I have more incoming, so if this doesn't go too well, it'll be
Looks like it's
fine.
going just fine. They're throwing such outdated stuff at you. And they don't have much of it. Just gotta keep pushing up and they'll pretty much crumple. Your guys on the beach there have some weird orders. There you go.
And look, I even brought some supply trucks.
Hey. Oh, this is basically over already. Look at this.
Let me check my treaty integrity.
You're still good, 63. The main thing to
proud.
let repair after this is the world market opinion, which is at satisfied. That'll give your treaty integrity time to repair as well. Oh, there goes the Guatemalan capital. Oh, there's the new capital down the road. Oh, great, it's a railway. You're in the red.
I know.
War always puts you in the red.
That's because my minister, like, sends everyone out real quick.
Remember, it's not just that, it's also the alert condition. Your annual preparedness takes a big toll on your finances. Looks like your guys need an order to go down the rails. Oh, no, they just surrendered spontaneously. Alright, that works too. Guatemala's dead. Damn, when did China get into North America?
Wait, what? Were you joking or serious?
No, I'm serious. Because you own Guatemala.
That's Central. Isn't that Central?
Central America is not actually a continent. There's only North and South America as actual continents. Ah, fuck it, I need the money. I'll start selling military goods. Whatever. This is like the first time it's held steady profitable for any amount of time.
Oh, no, it just went unfavorable.
It was unfavorable before I even ticked that. But the price just went down like 40 or 50.
I've been using that to fuel my tech research.
Yeah, I need it for the same thing at this point. My tech research and my military.
Yeah, I'm not selling as many as I once was. Because you're just like selling like 81,000 tons.
The price is still plummeting. The price is plummeting.
It's actually getting a lot cheaper for me to make.
Yeah, because that's because the price was so inflated because of a scarcity. It brings the price of production up as well. And Nicaragua just had a coup d'etat. And they're full red. Free Nicaragua. Now you don't have to worry about breaking treaties. About me having to break treaties.
Yep.
You could conquer all the rest of fucking Central America if you wanted. Damn, look at them go. Chinese, India, and Soviet Ukraine are just buying all these military goods. This is an artificial demand. Like, if they were both annexed, you'd see the price of military goods drop. Just absolutely plummet. Because they're most of the demand. Especially India. Oh, man.
I'm wondering if something has a factor on war justification.
What's that?
Does how your population view another country impact your war justification?
No.
Because I'm looking at both El Salvador and Honduras. El Salvador started 2% higher than Honduras.
No,
but
opinions
now
don't have
Honduras-
anything to do with justification. Being in an alliance helps remove justification, but other than that, just disliking each other does not generate any justification.
Because there's a 5% spread from when it started. Honduras went from being 2% lower than El Salvador, but now Honduras is 3% higher.
Because they're actively generating it somehow as well. There's a lot of little things that affect it, and relationship is not it. like I said, my casus belli with Honduras has been high this whole time. I have a base 41% with them. Whereas with El Salvador, I have a base 20% with them. And my civilians feel just about the same. Actually, wait, no, I'm looking at it the other way around. That's what they have with me. I have 27% with, actually, both. I have 27% with both.
I was wondering, I just asked that because my population feels satisfied towards El Salvador, but they feel disapproving towards Honduras.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with that.